The stuff I'm gonna share with you today, none of it is rocket science. I don't think anybody in this room is looking for a more complicated model of anything. And I'm just going on faith here. We live in a complicated enough age as it is. I'm gonna bring you back to the simple, to the basic, because my personal belief and a belief of a lot of elders in our native communities across the US believe the same thing. It's when we drift away from the basics, that's where we start to struggle as human beings.
Time is the only thing that we spend that we never get back. That's why it's not just important, it is absolutely critical. We put it not towards everything, but towards the right things. And if we never learn to distinguish which is which in our own lives, we doom ourselves to chaos. Every day, we're just winging it. Every day, we're just hoping something sticks. Every day, we're keeping our fingers crossed that something good may cross our path. There's a better approach, I think, and it's taking a step back and drawing a big, deep breath and asking ourselves two questions. Am I putting enough time into the things that matter? And am I maybe putting too much time into the things that don't?
We're never gonna have all we want. We're never gonna have all the money that we want, the support, the personnel, the time that we want in our organizations to create what we wanna see. But if we look at it creatively enough, if we approach it with a tribal-centric way of thinking, we can find a lot of times we have what we need. And that's what I try to promote in the work I do, is that tribal-centric way of thinking. Use what you've got in your own backyard to create success.
I hope that they are reminded of that power every day, just taking a few minutes to remind themselves to stake their flag in the ground and say, this is what I'm willing to sacrifice my time, my energy, my skill set towards. This is how I choose to express my warrior spirit.
Because time is the most precious resource we have, it's also the most precious thing we can give to someone else or to ourselves.
Life can feel like we're in a storm sometimes. We've all been there, we know what it feels like. It feels like we're out in the middle of an ocean that's gunmetal gray and white caps, and the wind is howling and the rain is ice cold and it's coming down sideways and lightning's flashing all around us. If we have a little chunk of solid ground to call our own, we're gonna be okay. That's what knowing our values is like in the world that we live in today.
What's not a high quality interaction is the one that we see all too often, where people will come to somebody and seek advice or a little bit of support or a little bit of encouragement, and they run into somebody who's doing this. You ever have one of those? And people go, no, talk to me, I'm listening. What is that cat doing? That's not a high quality interaction.
We all have a need in this room. We all have a need. I have it, you have it, my kids have it, the people that you'll work with throughout your career have it. And what is that need? Does anybody know? The need to feel what? Loved, to feel valued, to feel important at some level. And we can get that fulfilled in the work that we do, the service that we provide for other people. It's not about where you come from or what you have. What matters is how you honor where you come from and use what you have. That's what has an impact. That's what makes a difference. Trust, the magical, mystical glue that keeps teams together, relationships together, tribes together, military units together, companies together, nations together. If you don't have trust, you lose that link of influence and impact that you can have as a leader. Third resource that we've got, third resource in this trifecta of awesomeness that all of us carry within us, is a toolkit that is at your side from now until the rest of your life. It's a toolkit everybody in here carries. It's always with you. Nobody can take it away. The servers are never down, and you have access to it 24/7. And it's filled with all the great stuff that makes you uniquely and powerfully you.
We all want to have a fulfilling life. We all want to feel like we're successful at what we do. And we all need more answers. We need better information to do that. We're open-ended systems. And so I look at my role as trying to fill that gap between what we know and what we do through the encouragement I share, but also the tools that I teach and give to the groups that I work with.
Okay? Just talk normally? Okay. Test 1, 2. I know you guys probably hate that. Everybody does the same thing.